MBAKA abụrụ ezigbo mmadụ.
Screenshot or screen record, guys. Small pages and big pages. Screen record this message.
MBAKA is not a good person, and I want to prove it to you. I want to prove it to you now. I won't be reading comments. I won't be responding to comments. I will just respond to the questions you put to me. Yes. Then I go my way.
Okay.
Now, there was a certain time, this problem, this problem between these two people, Bo. You see that day, did you remember there was a time Peter Obi went to
during the election?
During the election, when Peter Obi went to Zion Ministries, he did not go to Zion. He went to see EBUKA Obi one-on-one. Did you remember?
Yes.
Okay. Now, those of you who works with the MTN, those of Ndenaru with MTN, collect the private line of Evangelist EBUKA Obi and that of MBAKA. Go and print. Do your findings. I am not supposed to expose my source because some of those things, before you walk into people's privacy, anyway, due process. But remember, there are Nigerians abroad that can tap into even my calls. That is why you must mind what you say on the phone. You must mind what you say on the phone. Now, exactly 26 hours and some minutes later, Peter Obi went to EBUKA Obi's place. A call came in from Emene direct to the phone of EBUKA Obi, quarreling EBUKA Obi that why would you accept Peter Obi? I think you met with Peter Obi a few days ago, right?
Yeah.
If you have Peter Obi's phone number, verify this thing I am telling you. Ask Peter Obi. There is no way His Excellency Governor Peter Obi does not know about this thing I am telling you now, because he must have heard the complaint. I am not the only person privileged to information.
Yes.
This call from MN, this priest from MN was putting it directly to EBUKA Obi that why will you accept somebody that this person cannot be president? On the line, let me open my phone so that as I'm telling you, I'll be picking my point exactly from my source. Ojoya, why will you accept the presence of a man whom I told you that does not mean well for Ndibo? The priest from Enugu, Emene, Reverend Fadejike MBAKA.
Yes.
Now, the opposite caller, the man replied and said to him, is there any other person qualified, more qualified than he is? Daddy, you were supposed to have invited me and tell me your reason of not supporting him. Okay? The priest did not wait again. Obido Bawari Amba, none walk against him.
Wait. Sorry for cutting you off. Sorry when he was so. Is it because because that MBAKA did not accept Peter Obi during campaign, and he still wants any other person not to accept him. So this
No. No, this was where the problem started from. Are you listening to me? Now, he insisted that only women accept any candidate woman accept, not that candidates Konya they suppose he make accept as his son. You understand? So Owechoya, do you think that Peter Obi whatever it takes to collect this power from the north? And you are arguing with me. He cut off the call straight. Are you listening to me? Now, if you study that call history and details, people should stop arguing. Go and verify what I am telling you. Go and verify. Over 16 days, 16 good days, no call came again from this side. No call came again from this side. On the 19th day later, a call came from this preacher who is in Lagos into this particular phone again, of which this man never picked twice.
FBI, right on.
The first time of the call was around 5:11. This should be 11 minutes after 5 in the evening. You did not take the call. It didn't take more than 2 minutes again. He called back again. I believe this should be a kind of calling back his spiritual father.
Yes.
Maybe can resolve war. He didn't take the call again. There was no call across these two both persons. For another 30-something days. There was no call again for another 37 to 38 days again.
FBI.
Okay. So let's assume they were using another phone to communicate. Then we have no access to this. But believe you me, you can see that argument from there. Then on a second point I want to make to you is, before now, people do Bahamoto from Lagos to MNA for adoration. Yes. Right now, there is no such vehicles again loading again to MNA in Lagos. Go and verify this thing I'm telling you. Vehicles, those luxurious buses, they don't load again. I challenge any of you. Before now, I need telecast in a video, go see video. Long luxurious buses from Lagos, Abuja, but Lagos will be the highest number of attendants to adoration. Yes. Long before now, Lagos held the highest number. Even this America we are talking about, America was few. Abuja was few, but Lagos held the highest. Now, right now, look at what's going on. If actually they are to be loading to MNA, okay, during adoration, the vehicles that goes out now is not more than 2 or 1, sometimes 1 and.
Not even anyone.
Okay. Now, after this whole thing, this man, MBAKA, got angry. MBAKA got angry. Before I move further, those of you who have my account number, should take my account, take my BVN, go to any bank and verify. If anybody paid me any bribe anywhere across BVN, I challenge anybody. If anybody pays me any bribe, if any DB has paid me kobo before to speak, if any pastor has given me money before, except one of my birthdays in 2017 when a pastor gave me 50,000 naira and he's in Owerri Emekuku. I can still remember till now. Then my mom, younger brother, who happens to be a pastor, Maxwell, he's in Lagos, dear. That's another person who has ever given me money close to 500,000 naira before. That bears the name pastor. No other human being.
Now, so there is this thing rumoring around about Evangelist EBUKA Obi that Nani went quarrel and the kind of clash between EBUKA Obi and MBAKA because now Zion Ministry is coming down to East. I will see a warning.
Okay.
I will see a warning. So, do you have any insight about that?
Okay, let me be raw and open here. Zion Ministry was supposed to come to Ngokpala local government, my own village and almost my community. Now look at what we saw. Very many people, I can show you evidences. And when they pay millions of naira, then I actually go of which I refunded all. When I saw that the thing did not work. Now look at the politics that came in from Ndiati Sultan, Ndiati white garment. Any well-meaning young youth from my local government is not even supposed to even attend Catholic church again. And I will prove it to you. Do you know what happened? When Zion came to buy over 10,000 plot of land, of which I went here. Different villages were in my local government. Different communities were here. So they went to one place, no BK, Ngobala. They went there to buy. They met one man and about Uche Trade Fair. And we are okay. Onye we Oriental Pillars Hotel. No worry. After hospital, beside this hospital junction, the man won't bother Zion Ministries. Now they are Roy Han Alibo. You understand? So
now,
hold on. Let me explain to you. So along the line, this Okenze paid for Caterpillar, Agabucha Access Road. Zion Ministries, their lawyers came and all that. After some days, some reverend fathers and their cohorts from Enugu State came to the village and infiltrated the people so that they will not sell this land to this person. Somebody will move. Jane at the middle of that place. Ebe secure like 6,000 plot already. Although Zion Akubero that time, but we have agreed they complete their 10,000 plots. You know that they went at the middle of that place, gas over 1,200 plots. EBUKA Obi and his lawyers now withdrew. Now Hadi Azuzi, because half go politics said they are nime. You saw what happened. Now, now, when we saw what happened there, we now decided to present another place, Ebanapo Ama Alantu, along Eziama to Eche roads, because that road they tiled. So we had meetings, some of our leaders and the federal house member now started pushing that place. Till today, as I speak to you, and when so many of them who went to hope, who's them Magaba hope, no how in a prophecy, governor, no mekula allow Zion Ministries Benangopala. What did we do to you as a people? Just because they are fighting customer. No problem because we in southeast or Batanangopala. My place here developed. My place is not developed. But the advantage, you know, there, but I'm with a table land and 15 minutes every corner on Angopala. Hence there is road. You will access 15 minutes to the airport, to the Imo airport from every autonomous community in Ngopala. So that was why they decided to bring Zion there. But today, as I speak to you now, almost some villages, I go that place, Kecha 150 to 200,000. Some nonsense youth, 500. Now, here mekola like Zion Ministry where Batanan Gopala. Now, I begin to ask my people, who are you fighting? Yes. So, this is what went on there. And a lot of people know that Zion has decided not to buy land in Ngopala. EBUKA Obi did not say these things I'm telling you on camera, but people knows that we, the indigenes, we know what happened. We refuse to attach the politics on the internet. Will you be in Enugu and be in Ngopala local government?
Hey!
Will you be in these two places?
Wait.
Okay. Go ahead.
The Christian and I want a ball no full post.
No.
Yeah, only EBUKA Catholic, MBAKA Catholic. Why is the area was your one war? My brother, let it in, the final problem of Evangelist EBUKA Obi. You watch at the time, $1 million was announced. I think 1.something billion naira was announced by NDB US. Even me speaking to you now, I was not happy because half from the money as a big thing, half of me as almost the entire world. Why AJ will sold to church? So, but I controlled my emotion. But let me ask you, the next person around me, Oge Dilia. Yes.
Has anybody ever donated 1 billion naira to MBAKA before? You think MBAKA will be happy? MBAKA who stood against Peter Obi because of Bazaar. Because of Bazaar.
Wait. Let's be straight now. So, no, the bone of the contention, you mentioned 2-3 things now. Number one, the visit of Mr. Peter Obi to Evangelist EBUKA Obi. and the phone calls and how as we are born, where Baba Mbasia, why you never told you, don't you go say, because the Hannah making it. Number 2, ministry relocated to Southeast, and they know thousands of people, and they have week and keep us. And why this young man, I making it go by all means. 3, what was the last day? This last
thing, that money, that donation.
1 billion.
1 billion naira.
1 billion naira. Oh, never with it. Not political money, not politician. Now, how the Kayabu Muhammad was now? Even the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the senators and governors who be with the Zulu more than 30 million naira. So how come this young boy case donated 1 billion? So all those things, but are cream money. You went Takito, now you know. Now, the last question I want to ask, that there's a rumor going on that na amaram name, Mama Robert, my Kowaram, now, over some native doctors, Piera drop washam na Zion Ministry. Now, contact with those people now with a huge amount of money. Kahabel poor no fake. Now, do you have
I wish not easy, in with a number EBUKA Obi, that's not the possible. In with here number maybe only a private line, no get hejili or ga amali onyo. Mpoya with the number here. They repeat some things. I believe let all get shocked na ke konya hosi we mana. Let me shock you, sir. Did you know that a particular priest went as far as going back, opening here, before people should attack anybody, go and verify. Somebody, one idiot just comment here that Nyangwe Bula respect for this governor Ezoku. Chineke Bawagi Shida place. He be idiot. Investigate. Mu investigate. Draw people on Yambo. Igano Nora, I will come your house, matata everything about you. Lakwa, you no go know.
FBI title. FBI trending.
Now, let me digress a little. A native doctor was in his shrine. I gave him 5 people. Onya abia today, Onya abia tomorrow, Onya abia next tomorrow. Zuole hane rini ona brag. Oma na abia rolam dia. Ona abafa. Ona abafa. Ebo gradi shock tobo. When he was arrested, I said search his pocket. I gave him 3 currency. I signed signature on it. There was one Enugu. They sent the people there. If the native doctor is watching, the money I signed my signature. If you have seen my signature before, check that $20. I signed my signature. I didn't come, but when you get that money, you were not intelligent enough. Signature no at the edge of that money. At the second edge of that money, $20, I signed my signature to it. So people don't understand. And you may, I appear alone on camera, but you don't know. Let me shock you. Obama, the possible to get Evangelist EBUKA Obi's private line. I want to shock him in such program, or anybody close to him, or even that his twin brother. I want to give him the shock of his life. Do you know that there was gang up or some people in the Are you listening to me?
Yes.
Zion Ministries by a testimony, and they were traced at watching her back. Her for 400,000 naira to come up on the social media to come and say now those testimonies that they were arranging.
Wait, you come again.
Wait.
Come again. Imana, oh, what a picture evangelist EBUKA Obi we made profile picture. Ndabo atros of or Haben Jelly. They don't know anything about the Harako. When we are exposing things, Harako eri, Nako too, they don't know anything. Yamabu, Abba Church, Aquaka, Wabo. I know about FBI. Gain you didn't make you put your last night. So there's something you just poor now about now.
Okay,
gang up.
Testimony.
And the Libya drop Rosham. Kahabiazie. Biakuono arrange and okay na address MBAKA. What you do every say record on a video so that me could man I go before that name.
Okay, that one is not what I'm talking about. EBUKA Obi will be shocked how this young man here get to know about this thing. Young one again, all they aware. Onugia. Chibo, there is one guy in preach. I think his name is Chibo or something.
Chibo, no, church.
Chibo, the Zion ministry. Okay, Chibo who will be aware of this thing. Anayo. He must be aware of this thing. EBUKA Obi be aware of this thing. That there were people who came to his church on genuine ground. They came and gave testimony and left. They went back to Enugu State. Somebody went on made him invite na parish house. Go ahead na haga na internet. Go na that testimony no bo arrange. Na genye ha for 400,000 naira. I challenge EBUKA Obi. I challenge every member of Zion to come out and tell me that this thing nkuga no bo ashi na how they are aware of this thing.
Hey.
The people rejected the money and went back to EBUKA Obi to lay that complaint. 5 days, they may have allowed to say EBUKA Obi. So it was when they now called somebody close to EBUKA Obi and now told him that EBUKA Obi heard that thing. Are you shocked how I get to know?
I want you to repeat this because it's about interesting. We want to expose everything. Again,
now, somebody, Madogara, made testimony. You understand?
Yes.
Zion Ministries. And as I'm telling you this thing, I challenge the senior workers of Zion Ministry. Those too close to EBUKA Obi, they heard this thing. Handle the matter. They feel loyal on their own. But I got to know. You get what I'm saying? Now, how I got to know is this. That within that 5 days, they were struggling to see EBUKA Obi. Kahagaweyana, a priest, you understand? Where see Koko have for 400,000. Now Haga somewhere Gaku EBUKA Obi invites. You understand? So while they were struggling to see EBUKA Obi, it didn't work. So they thought that I have access to EBUKA Obi. They now chatted me. You get what happened? So I told them I have no access. I don't know how to direct them. I withdraw. So later, after some days, I now asked them, did they gain access? After 5 days, they say yes, that they have succeeded in passing this information to EBUKA Obi. I now asked them, did you collect the 400,000 naira from the priest who invited you? They said no, that they did not take the money because they had true testimony. The numbers are here with me. The numbers, the contact of those people who chatted me for that thing is still here with me.
Because when you keep on a phone.
Okay, let me try.
Come on, okay, big. Thank God that this message, and what make case we discuss one message that before. No, oku de butoku. And when you get it more those people on the phone.
Hold on, let me call the woman. A lot of people argue what they don't know.
Things are happening. I told you guys, download this message.
The number again. Some of them they will leave what they are doing. Hapu Southeast, Ibaragawa, Lagos, Zion Ministries.
Yeah, pick any.
Oh, then let me call again.
Hey, pick call now. Hey, this is called handset, not back set.
Hello? Okay. Jepakle, Okwere pick, Then what will happen? Huh? I could give you the number, or maybe when you live online, I could give you the number. Okay? I could send you the number.
Okay.
I could send you the number so that you can call the same woman who gave me this information. If all ya record or ya see, I no repeat the same thing to you. And in fact, let me inbox you the number right away while I am on live. Okay? So that it doesn't look as if I called them before you left the program.
Oh yeah, get up, I got no or for the nama. Chineke boy on boy and family or idiot. In a when I have a ritual for even no able to body say no full room. Age cutting ke one room and palo idiot. It's not for the nama. Say what hunger is doing to share food. Chineke boy on boy family on idiot. Thunder fire your generation.
Ima, people, they don't reason. And the Otam not here. If you are in the comment section, people will not summon courage to lay complaints to you. People will not lay complaints to you.
For how many years? It will be something reasonable.
No, don't worry, JPAC. You don't need to reply anybody. Now, let me tell you, for your earliest information, I am not supporting Evangelist EBUKA Obi, but let me tell you critically clear: if EBUKA Obi is fake, MBAKA is fake.
Yes.
Take it from me, because like father, like son, Lanya. That from that day, oh God, they should get EBUKA Obi's phone number, get his direct private line, go and print out this thing. I'm telling you, me follow that call from MBAKA, call me bastard. If you study that call log or borrow this exactly this thing I've said online, yeah, I will delete all my pages and get out of internet.
The problem of we Christian and also Catholic members, people they feel I'm a Christian. The problem of we Christian and the Catholic, if they started following one single priest, a priest does not commit sin in Catholic Church. A priest does not commit sin in Catholic Church. That is why we are all Christian. Christianity they divided. And when they so Monso, when they so MBAKA, when they so EBUKA Obi, when they so Fadede, when they so Yenka, when they so Okunere. You talk that Christianity has already divided. Neso Casio Mona. Okunere in your job. Members of the church of Okunere will come and attack you.
Yes.
And this is church. Even I'm in the church for long. And for 5 years, it's if this church keep as well this recent time. Because na get am a simple Christian. Only a Christian. Open a pastor. I'm not forgetting in a born over goes to every pastor got a money. In a the member, no one money with evidence. Member saying that don't fight God's grace. Don't fight. In a no do for somebody. Members of the church are saying that you should not fight, don't judge, so that you will not be judged. All the killing that no one worry.
JPAC, you say you're a Christian, right?
Up here, by Christian I'm kind of Christian Bobo, and me here to put our humanity.
Okay,
let's age about it, member in your job, make them at your job, name self-righteousness. My name at no, based on Christianity. He would them mark your show me when I make one jig over. I didn't broke it.
Okay. I want to offend you now and all members of Zion Ministries.
Let
me shock you.
Don't talk about it. Fools.
happen the cook and listen to me, brother. Let me tell you one thing, eh?
Yes.
Do you know why I decided to respond to? Do you know why I decided to respond to this matter in this way? Otherwise, I would just keep quiet. You know my normal way. Hmm? If you allow Mbaka will think he's right. And it was out of our silentness, not touching not by anointed and do my prophet no harm. But the Bible said that by their fruit we shall know them. We all kept quiet because we are expecting one man who is putting on white kaftan. Mbaka gave us prophecy that Buhari is a prayer answered. But many of you cannot go to your village. If you're from Imo State, can you go to your village? After he told you prophecy, I hope who's them governor.
He said MBAKA endorsed Hope Uzodinma of number 4.
That thing was information. I said this thing on my live video this morning. JPAC, I didn't like EG hatred a proof of my facts. Governor Yesenwike, former Governor Yesenwike, the governor of Rivers State then. Do you remember?
Yeah,
okay, ask yourself this question. 2-3 months before Emeka Ihedioha went out of office, the governor of Rivers State followed the Che, passed in Gopala, and came to Mbise, Ovrumbise, Abombise, Ebeke Emeka Ihedioha. He went to his house. Yes, and we can on till after 7 abale. Ojo ne agwe then we gang up to remove you in office. Now logo and Abakari ano around. Once Abakari comes back, if you don't take time, I get wepoge. Of which we can jironi akoya na camera. Ne agwa kwara Emeka Ihedioha agwa. We can try it. Although Emeka Ihedioha offended him, but he got dragged by oil well na Ebema. I don't know if you heard of that matter. Ebema Supreme Court, Rivers State government. Now, the governor of Rivers State, Jikuliwe, you know, saying we cannot defeat hide something. You understand?
Yes.
We cannot defeat hide something. We can only acquire a camera. So if that thing was a prophecy that Hope Uzodinma will become governor, we can got the prophecy before you.
Yes.
That thing was a pure information.
Prediction.
That thing was it was a pure information. There was nothing like prophecy there. Aruchago everything. In fact, a man to what president. Remember, after Mary Odili, Mary Odili boy get delivered judgment against Emeka Ihedioha. Did you remember?
Yes.
On that morning, the chief judge of the federation stormed the court and took over the matter. Did you remember? Because they suspected that Mary Odili Mary Odili may stick to what is right. This is simple. So where did MBAKA get his prophecy from? The same way was how MBAKA came and said Obrom Atiku will win the presidential election, but since he's not here, now Bazaar Ground was where he betrayed his brother. Bazaar Ground. So the same God who punished Cain for killing his brother Abel, the same God is now siding MBAKA for betraying his brother P2B, who would have been hope of the common man in Federal Republic of Nigeria. The same God who spoke to MBAKA that Buhari was a prayer answered, and yet till now the prayer has not been answered. You know,
I'm gonna shege banza.
So MBAKA, your God who told you that Buhari is a prayer answered. Until now, Nigerians are still praying for hope.
Now, you know why I like you so much? Why I love you so much is that we have become friends for more than 4 years. We have become friends for more than 4 years. You contest for House of Assembly in Imo State in your constituency. It's not today. Go on to University of Port Harcourt. When during the time of COVID, I brought here today, and I have followed you step by step. I was the one where I can say the truth you have in you and even in you come out of the social media, because you are once hiding from social media. And so you come out. It seems like you don't want to stand your image, or don't want to stand. See, which image? Does Nigeria have image? Come out and defend your people before you open the Facebook account, because they're defended by your people. Now, I didn't tell you with truthfulness in you. I want you to state this. Why Christians?
I don't want live video.
Christians, yeah, and they get
Live video. I'll get back to you.
Probably Anglican or Catholic or Pentecostal. Now, Christians are all Christians. Or let me use Catholic in nature. And the Catholic in nature we are. Why I am in the Catholic? But no more you for job. It has ties you only for job. Another branch of Catholic, but they look more on there a boy. On there, both fans of Oji and Kenny, very hojo, and castigate begging. Man, I just see also guy they put on work a couple also continue the guy they couple. I don't know. I don't know more light on this.
Now, at first, let me tell you, anybody who is fighting for Catholic Church, thinking that you're fighting for your God.
1 minute, they were like I'm at the quote before it concludes everything. And the same thing that could be even when Pope of Vatican City could say, now work law work priest bless your same marriage. In the church, what they rooted in the church, I say, don't fight God's grace, don't fight God's anointing, don't fight Peter, the rock. Then I was a priest say condemn where. See, let me tell you, it's a hair deep. But I got deep this morning. I believe whatever Pope Francis said. But if from Chiwuka na come out here, na Africa with a culture, Nigeria with a culture, people with a culture. Hold on. The priest, he had a wee way. Oh, when the priest, he had a wee way. Right on.
But let me respond before I forget something. Anybody who is fighting his brother because of Catholic Church, I want you to underline this point. The Catholic Church in your village has stayed more than 100 years. You don't even know when they started. I want you to go and do these findings. Go to the priest, go to the canon or whatsoever they call them. Tell them to give you the receipt, to just show you the receipt of that land they conquered. If they present that receipt to you, I will never talk against church again. I will never speak against Catholic Church. In fact, I will go and sew my own sultan and be at the gate as an usher. You know what made many of them fools? The only piece of land in a strategic point in your village, when Catholic Church came, they conquered that place. They took it by force. They even took space more than the palace of your Igwe, and you're telling me you want to go back to your tradition. Do you know that all the lands Catholic Church took over in your own village, they collected it by force? So many of your ancestors and took the land. Are you aware? The same sheep, Eji Butragi holy water and chaplet, Keji brew your uncle slave, all your black American.
Hey, right on, Papa.
Fools, not to him marrying him. Bring your comments, come and defend your MBAKA. That place in MBAKA is a go the cause of those villagers name.
Kobo.
Conquer because they like conquering people. They want to marginalize everywhere. They will tell you the price they will buy according to prophecy. But you're buying a plot of land 15 million naira.
Man, church, you know, we give it 300,000.
Man, church, can you go to America and open a shrine? Can you go to Rome and open a shrine? They won't even sell land for you. Whiskey. You'll be telling them the truth and they will never accept it. They will never accept it.
I must advise you people to leave Reverend MBAKA. If the reason why I got on a perpetual poverty.
Do you see his name with it? Look at that face very, very well. His name is Emmanuel. Abaraka. EBUKA no waga. In this your life, EBUKA wisdom. You lack EBUKA wisdom. EBUKA sense.
Emmanuel Abaraka.
Abaraka. Only EBUKA for the rest of his life. Sense Onwero.
Until you change your name.
Oga, that man, I need him to be in my class. So that by the time I finish, Mbata brain has some paper. You understand? By a polish, he will begin to reason like human being because number one, breeze had be an issue. Oga, are you aware that you cannot go to Rome? You cannot go to Rome and create a space, say big that you mean at a church. They will beat a lot of you. They will bundle you back home here.
Now, I want to ask you, because stop calling me, please. Are you hearing me? Now, cause a problem. Now, how'd you go over that now all the offerings and tithes and the building support in Roman Catholic in Nigeria and West Africa in the European government, Ghana, Italy, made Italy small London.
Hold on, JPAC, this is the final experiment I will do now. Then I will tell him back one word and leave here.
Okay.
Everybody watching me, use your smartphone, bring a calculator. Today is Sunday. Okay. Come.
I'm calculator.
Let me. You need to swap it to euro. Now, Lanya, na Libo Nine, na the whole West Africa, Obumbise and Anambra State catching with Catholic Church.
Yes, it's true.
Catching with my Reverend Fathers.
And I am a
and the no catch defend the Reverend Father. So Lanya, all parish as at today Sunday should be going home with 250,000.
Okay.
So let's assume they will 50. Between Anambra and Imo, minus Archdiocese. Don't worry. Stay. They should be commenting. Don't worry. So in these two states, two parishes 60. JPAC Pia 250,000 naira times 60.
250,000
times 50.
60.
Times 60. 60. 60. 60.
15 million.
60. 15 million naira, right?
Yes.
Only between these two states. Now, let's not talk about Enugu. Now, let me get now. Come back, calculate 15 million naira. That one Sunday. Okay?
Yeah.
15 million naira times 4. That makes up 1 month. That gives you how much?
60
4.
million.
That is 60 million naira. Follow me. 60 million.
2 states.
Two states. Don't worry. That is 1 month, right? 60 million naira for 1 month. My brother, oye name POS na Lagos Suji recharge card oye me POS here tomorrow now comment. Calculate with me. 60 million naira times 12, that makes up 1 year. 720 million naira is going out of these two states. Minus 720 million naira.
He made 2 states.
2 states only.
Up to 720 million by 2 states.
By 2 states.
Times our 2 states here. Times 2. Another 2 states.
That will give you 1 billion.
1.4 billion.
1 billion 444,000. Yes. 1.44.
1,444,000. In four states. It is here another state making it 5 states. Nanibo, Weti, Delta, T Port Harcourt, T Lagos. Even in Nigeria,
so,
Nandi Tilly they were more than 1 trillion.
Now, Chereo, the shop, the Grand Harrow Catholic Church, they did not pay your forefathers, so they did not buy that space. So. When they came here, they went as far as deceiving our government. They collected all the educational, all the schools in Nigeria. They were managing. You get the point now. Now, Ega Totra only one Sunday in all the parishes, not diocese, so not archdiocese, so can go just parishes. Ega to Tranane, area 5 commenters here. Only give away 100,000. I see how mad they are here. Now let me tell you one thing. And when certain abnormalities that happen to Africa, and when Bata Africans also, atomies, when they were all here,
there your friend over there, Ezioku, Interwood, Ezioku,
Ezioku okwu bonite nola kambi nola
this man here got the able Interwood link na Germany. A pure and the core on your banana. But guess what? I love this young guy, EBUKA Obi. Or they Jaboka, Interwood at Joka. Emana, before on your man and you tell Yoka, say, no nyaso, no nyeso, manonyeso, onyeso. Emana on your man and Tarajo, also, Buwaire, ya, Okawari, now that's yase. Now, Interwood, they would anyway, only ever I didn't hear about his position.
Yeah.
Imana I want Bundoka, I want a problem. Yes. Problem I want a bona. I am here, Jintiano, na pastor I Mary Hodjo. Pastor Jesus. Pastor Jesus. Pastor Buju I am here, Jintin. Yes. Adani Mary Hodjo. Imani, one now 70% of Reverend sisters. Now, 3 major na Italy has said, don't fight anointed. Imani be born Kuona in the modelers will be in the church anyway. No on the father and promise of the ime and one. Haga said, don't fight because I am out of his yoke.
Yeah.
I am out of his yoke. Now, the problem, the guitar, Governor Waka, him and I feel now. MBAKA cannot come out before MBAKA me born who imparable or will give an wrong. 3 things involved. Number 1, Peter Obi they make campaign now the rest of the Enugu MBAKA nyos because my Peter better he would go. Here problem Peter here MBAKA here accumulated grudginess.
grudges.
All the go accumulated grudges. Now, Peter Obi where go see a project Ogaro Nkahaga. Now, campaign Sarasyoku, Peter Obi EBUKA Obi, EBUKA Obi bere nabate as one day. Immediately after 1 hour, MBAKA to call Bozubo, which EBUKA Obi warning. Why? Nabatonye Oborase. Who goes him? That's not a boy. No matter if I come here. Why okay? Somebody Oborase. That was the first problem. Second one, bro, EBUKA Obi measure 100 days in the America. Donate 1 billion. And other people get related to Southeast. MBAKA whereby Nana had a boy about captain Nisubo. Which means I have MBAKA about captain. No more because
Jepak, hold on. Can you give information? Sir, listen to this. I challenge them. EBUKA Obi. Oh God. EBUKA Obi, there was a time EBUKA Obi went to see MBAKA. He has been going, there are 2 na paleo. So EBUKA Obi went to MBAKA. So Kayina MBAKA for EBUKA Obi went now pota. Umunga MBAKA epidone wetishi ha EBUKA Obi went na meto ha kanisi. God bless you. God bless you.
MBAKA.
Ara we po MBAKA. Jepak, some time ago, last year, I shared this thing with the Sigile Megane. You think I can see where man and Sigi verify this thing, eh? You know why I'm open up these things, eh? EBUKA Obi man and menu ya. MBAKA man and menu ha. I dey peep you.
Biko gọvanọ eziokwu. Ekele ngụ nwanne mmadụ.
Thank
you. JPAC etu ngafa. Okwu unu na-ekwu. Okwu unu na-ekwu gbọte n'ụlọ m ọgụ injinia onye merukwe. Ikoro a na-eji abụ m onye Nnewi. Ife nji wee tie ọnụ n'okwu ọgwụna. Tokwu n'eziokwu nwere ebe okwu okwu nteta. Ana m efolo ụnụ with my ear speaker na-emekwa 1 or 2 things. Ọdụ mma ka emepe ndị be anyị anya nwa obere.
Yes.
Kele akwụkwọ ahụ edechalụ so na ndị mụ ife na edeghe maka ndị mụ ife. Nọ maka ndị amaghị ife ka nyanwụ ozi ọma ahụ ji wee bịa.
Yes.
Ịma ọnọdụ dangerous. Ịgụọ Bible ọfụma ọdụ ka akwụkwọ edelu under duress. Nwaanyị ji ekwu etu a. Kele ka Bible oyi ejisi unu gbuo unu rienu. Abịakwa ebe a sị unu egbu na nke unu eri na nka.
Confusion everywhere.
Ka Bible oyi esi jena na agbụrụ unu ka unu jee nụọ nwaanyị nụọ nche ịnụ nwaanyị. Bịakwa ebe a nso na egbu mpụ nwaanyị unu nụọ. So ọdụka ife a na-ede under duress. Onwe ka o si wee do. Onye ahụ akpafa ife ya return uche ndị mmadụ na na-agụ ya ịgụta nke a ka uche ụgbagharịa. Ọ ife eji edi etu anwa. So gọvanọ eziokwu na-ekwu okwu o nwere ndị ya akpọ unu iyi nwere ndị ya asị n'ọnọwụ nke a n'ọnọwụ nke antichrist because ife ọ na-edo ife ọ na-ekwuru antichrist ka ewu nwekwu ekwupụta ihe netin ikwu netin against
antichrist.
Mba na ikwu ha na against man of God ọwụrụ antichrist. Oge nna wepụrụ Mbaka aka n'oge campaign Peter Obi. I'm sorry to say so. I'm very, very sorry. Oge m pụchala eziokwu ụwa niile na-efolo, even Germans na-efolo, mana onye Igbo sị na ọha n'ụzọ adịghị ebe ahụ. Ebe a ka nna ọma na ya wife onwe kọma hapụ maka kasọk a na-eyi n'ahụ. Sometimes onye a na-akụziri akwụkwọ nsọ ahụ onye ka mma hapụ maka na ya dị blind by kasọk na onye a yi akpa mwụda o mezie ife okwuo n'ikwe anyị abụrụ ekwute ekwe. Aṅụrị na-enwe today ndị nwere young generations na-ebilitenu akwụkwọ ahụ ndị nna anyị agụghọ anyị agụọ net today. We can differentiate A from B and B from Okpefi. Ọ ife bigo kịta. We can differentiate capital B not B kita.
Sure.
Before, no, it's not like before. Okay, mbo, it's psychological defeat. Ne merin den na na because when you said the na okwu. Okwu maku ebe na ru no ka wu ana enyere na nkete with that shit.
Ana enyere ndoka.
Na nkete na mbo. Mana today, onwe ka isi eme ife near that church. We could half plot back.
They deal with you. They deal with you.
Back then, he did the court.
I got the court without receipt. I got the court without receipt. They will win you.
So,
they will every politics.
Una agbakona ego ne n'esi Eastern Zone apụ aga Italy. Lota no gas n'ukpe ekpere maka ndị Russia. Ndị amụghọ Chukwu. Ime oge ekpere. Can you remember that? Yeah. I was still a young boy. Now that you know, I see n'ukpe ekpere maka ndị Russia ndị na-amụghọ Chukwu. N'ezi n'onye Igbo ekpere onye Russia onye amụghọ onye nwe nuclear weapon. Ị na-ekpere.
Mba tere ị na-ekwu mgbe ochie saa. Ị na-ekwu what of nke kịta Israel na-anụ ọgụ. Christian na Nigeria a na-ekpere Israel ekpere na-anụ ọgụ mana Boko Haram na unknown government na-ata anyị ka ji na South East.
ụmụ atụrụ. So
Mbaka is a blogger. Mbaka is a blogger. Mbaka n'idere corona ka o ji aga na-akwa egwusi.
N'anya ife Ebuka Obi na-efesi today wu one out of all. O nwere ndị ọha ekwe nwee ndị ọ na-ekwe nke ahụ okweghị aya force ya ka okwe na enwe ekwu mgbara ụbọchị emela program. A sị nga oge ekwuru okwu maka ndị na-akpọ ntụ sendịarịa mmadụ n'ụlọ ụka ozugbo na-ajụ destiny etugu ji kpọrọ onye ahụ wee bịa ọ ka ama reaction na ọ ya eweta ka esi ebe ahụ wee gbabe.
You are right, sir.
Ọkpa I followed the service now. A dear to tell who needs to handle Jews in the Pontu.
Yes.
Of where no wopanya. EBUKA I set the first trap or miss yet a trap on car. EBUKA let be the one was open. Makamba Ndoka na abo nwaketa. Ona adusi I ajo nwa adusi okwa school ka ka na eme ka ordinary ka na eme. I ajo nwa. Look a priest. Agbasa priest ibe mgba.
Aro.
Anyị si na ma anya nelele mara nke alọla jeta ka iwu ndị Igbo. Onwekwa okwu onye ọwụna kwuru onye Igbo amụghọ mmiri ihe hapụ ife a isi na akpọghọ mmadụ afa nchọ akọ maka for the whole day ma akpọghọ afa mana amanụ nka nna
ọ kpọrọ afa na esi na ọgbọghọ afa kere onye na-azụ mechara fancha na ọfụchara fancha ọ kpọrọ afa na ka ị na-akọsị.
So ife ajụjụ na-ajụ kere ife ndị ụka ji agba onwe ha mgba ọ maka na ha eji eziokwu
adịghị.
Sir.
Oh, go on, my brother.
Sir, I want to shock you now. I don't want to call names, but let me tell you. This thing I'm telling you now, way deep something that you need to look into. Do you know oil beans? As in, in English, Oba?
Yeah.
Now, Catholic Church came to my place. Hundreds of years ago, according to history. So ha wee bịaruo na-achịba ga-enye ha ala ha ga-eji arụ parish ha ga-eji arụ Catholic Church ha e wee kpọrọ ha foto ebe a na-akpọ nkwọta nye ha n'akụkụ nkwọta because they said they are fighting evil.
Yeah.
Wee nye ha n'akụkụ nkwọta because agbara a na-akpọ nkwọta na ogbugo as in a na-ebute ozu ndị mmadụ ba from different places mmadụ nwụọ adịghị mmadụ na compound that time a ga-ebute ozu onye ahụ ebe a so ndị mmadụ wee chọọ ka akwụsị ihe ahụ. So abịa dị ya nye Catholic jụ imebe ha ga-aga dragaba ala ebe obodo anyị nwere ha na-akpọ ụgba ọfịa ụgba ebe ụgba na-anọ na ya wewe Catholic Church wee gaa n'azụ ebe ahụ si after ha dragigidere obodo wee gwa ha na ụgba ka ha na-eji eme business because oge mgbe ochie ndị Mbaise na-abịa ebe anyị ma ndị Ngwa bịa na-ego ụgba.
Yeah. Source of income.
So, my brother, ha bịa dị ya dragigide asị ha no ha so gị ka ha gaa n'azụ ya ha gazie n'azụ ụgbọ ahụ wee bido. Before you know it, when development started coming, ndị a wee gbaa fence gbagidecha ụgbọ ahụ niile. They took over the ụgba. Now, she's here from there na-efu ụgba ahụ wee na-supply to other Catholic churches ụta ka ha si nwee ụgba all over Catholic churches nọ na my village.
Ọ bụrụ na ọmụnwa bụ Ebuka Obi na ebe a ọ bụrụ na ọmụnwa bụ Ebuka Obi esi na Catholic pụọ nọrọ independent I swear ọ ga mara m nọrọ onwe m as ordinary Nigeria pastor.
Ihe mere Ebuka Obi bụ ọga Ebuka Obi na fiafia man.
In the fear too much.
Yeah.
In the fear. Oh no, me, if I see
now this is that time Mataya says I go say you problem. I am one the na aka Ebuka Obi adịghị as na asị Ebuka Obi na akpọ na phone gidi happen in Mathias I did not send you I didn't send you leave Mathias this and that all to away na egwu up mụnwa nọ na street eche egbe agba egbe ihe ọ bụla chọrọ enwe because na
ọkwa say the kingdom of God sovereign violence only violence can take it by force.
My brother,
Sunday mass, no state.
My brother, Chere, I'm not here to watch Ebuka Obi's face. Ebuka Obi, listen. Do you know how many of our elders Catholic Church you na village any? In your own village, these people extended Oba, Ebobola half Oba, Hagakonkaya. That is why the Catholic Church in your village 10 years ago won Oba there. Every economical trees.
Also Catholic,
Anglican. These people came, they were tackling our economical trees. Even now some churches, the Britain empires opened the primary school before. As they were teaching our children, they were pushing them. Na hagana Abraham menina miri agana well abata miri wuria wona menina ka ndocha wire kan kutia na sheep brulebe and wura no chino ye rogi ni shi here. Wuria gana roof full on a Germany. Those houses will be grana gana rent $1,000.
What are you talking?
So our people will never learn and understand the truth. You know the problem with MBAKA? Let me go back there. MBAKA, my brother Matthias says I go say neighbor religious bandit. You understand? And my anger borrowed them a EBUKA Obi. Ichibu ya no problem. My anger, bo. You know my annoyance. You woke up one morning and told us that Buhari is a prayer answered. The prayer answered has left office. And you told us that Hope Uzodinma in 2 years, says the Lord, that Imo will not be the same. Imo will be better. Right now, businesses are leaving Imo State to Asaba. Where is your God, MBAKA?
But Hope Uzodinma no 4,000 youths.
Akwiso ni mi oya ki jiga ni Europe na. My governor, my governor dey in Imo State. My governor be in Abuja.
Yes.
Serious. Yeah.
My governor be in Abuja. He's a big boy.
Egejan campaign and since go different governors they promise youth. No ya go dey obodo yiwe. Ka mi fu no ye create job na state here. Only they promise he go dey obodo yiwe. You will pity in demo. In Manijolo, you cannot see anywhere on location. 20 young youth are gathered there. I attack has something to do with 2 months. You can go. Now, businesses are living in Imo State, and the government is so comfortable about it. That is the product of the so-called prophecy. Prophecy. Hey, Oga, I am more prophet than MBAKA. I purify Omenala now. You know the problem with Omenala? Yeah. You know the problem with that Omenala. I'm not against Omenala. I'm a local child. Yeah. I'm not one of those lost generations. I'm from the US, and I say my dad told me that I'm from Imo State, but I'm from California. I'm from Imo State, yeah. but I know I'm from California. That's not me. I'm a local child, local Kibo, local breed. So just like me. Traditionally, I understand so many things. Man, if through this one, sitting a hand like this. If you loan the 700,000, they will calabash easy one. Then who come easy one. No, that is not my tradition. Akawana muje park where siena obosi dilibo onwere ife na-akpọ ọbara tule nwe ife a na-akpọ ọbara tule ọbara ọra ndo ọbara tule is a prophet. Ọbara ọra is a native doctor. Abe na mmụọ before n'ụbọchị dịrịgbo before agwọ ọgwụ a na-consult to the spirit. Okay. Nke a na-emezi kịta ọ bụ ọzọ omenala anyị. Before mmadụ agwọ ọgwụ before you will consult the spirit. Or spirit yenye ọ dị ịgwọ ọgwụ. It's like a consultation. Okay. A na-emekwu ya na before agwọ ọgwụ. Ọ bụrụ ma a consult the spirit si na ị ga-akwụ 750,000 first. The spirit will na ga-egota calabash. A 250,000 million e were rola go kite. Is that tradition? Rubbish. I don't call that tradition. Sir, abụ m onye omenala more than you. Let me clear you. Yeah. If I hanjoko,
ndị Igbo na-eme ana m eso ma na Njọkụ. And Njọkụ is the normal emume, is like Christmas. Na village mụ abụ onye ntu, anyị na-eme ha na-akpọ aka ntu. Ụbọchị anyị na-eme aka ntu is tradition. Go and remove every important thing ị nwere n'ime ọfịa. Okay? Anyị na-eme ya weeks ago, just this past weeks now before I bido sụwa ọrụ.